Hi everyone, it's Miss Tracy here. I'm going to make mac and cheese today, or my version, which isn't a purist version, but so what? So I'm going to show you again how to make a basic white sauce. I'm going to add cheddar cheese today and some Gouda because Tom had bought some and I've not used it yet, so I thought may as well use that. I've got the oven turned on at 180 degrees. I've got some water boiling away. So first thing I'm going to do is add some pasta. I use any type of pasta. Like I said, it's not really macaroni and cheese, it's sort of pasta with a cheese sauce thrown in an oven. So I'm going to get my pasta, going to throw that in, let it boil for about 10 minutes, and then I'll show you how to make the sauce. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this because the sun's shining, but I'm going to chop up some garlic because my mincer's broken. So again, remember, keeping your fingers away from the edge of the blade, chopping it. And then what I'm going to do is bunch it together. I have my hand flat like this. You need some space, so make some space if you need to. And you're just going to press down. Keep your fingers away, like I'm doing here. And just chop away like that. Use the motion of the knife to help you. As you can see, it's got a curve to it. Don't do what I just did. Okay, so fingers away, chopping. Try and get it as fine as you can. I'll use another knife. And I'll do it one more time because I don't want big chunks of garlic in my sauce. Okay, so you're using the weight of your hand really to press down on it. Blinding myself with the sunlight here. Not complaining, it's lovely. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my basic white sauce. So for that, what I've done is I've got 40 grams of butter and 25 grams of plain flour. And all I'm going to do is throw that in the pan with 425 mils of milk. I use semi-skimmed. So you're going to throw it all in together. And then I'm going to get a whisk, a little balloon whisk. If you watch my other video on making peppercorn sauce, you'll have seen this. So I've got it on at a medium-low heat. I don't want it boiling up too much, so I'm just going to whisk it. This could take a while, so you've just got to be patient. What you're looking for is the sauce to go thicker, but that's only done once all the flour and butter is incorporated into the milk. So for my mac and cheese, I'm going to put garlic in, and I'm going to throw some Lea and Perrins in because I've just got a feeling it might go. What cooking's all about, really, experimenting. That's what I'll be doing. So just let it cook up a bit. So this is what we're dealing with at the moment. So it's quite thin. You can see the butter's moving to the top, so you've just got to keep stirring it. Alright, you probably end up with RSI, but at least you end up with a really tasty sauce. I've also got the usual seasoning, salt and pepper. I might add a bit of nutmeg in, see how I feel. Just whisking away. Just going to stop every so often because my hand hurts. Let it bubble up. Going to put nutmeg in definitely, so it's a job now, digging in my kitchen. There we go. Nutmeg. So like I said, with the basic cheese sauce, cheddar, normally Parmesan, about 25 grams. I was a bit overzealous with the grater, so I've ended up with 50 of each cheese, but I'm sure it'll be fine, it'll just make it cheesier. I've also got breadcrumbs. I bought these ages ago to make fish fingers, but you could easily make your own breadcrumbs using some of the bread you've got. Preferably if it's going a bit stale, that's better. Just blitz it with a blender or something, and then just bang them in the oven for a few minutes to dry out, and voila, breadcrumbs. So this is thinking about it. I'm absolutely boiling. Standing over a set. I don't know how chefs do it. I'm going to stir my pasta. That's starting to boil along nicely. And with the pasta, just a bit of salted water. Don't put olive oil in. You don't need to. Boiling water and some salt. So it's starting to thicken up a bit. I'm just going to take my hoodie off so I'm going to melt. I've also chopped up some leeks and cooked them, so I'm going to throw them in my pasta as well shortly. Oh, that's better. The sauce is cooking away, it's thickening up. Try not to leave it as long as I did. See, it's starting to get some thickness there, so I'm going to get my little wooden spoon. I'm just going to scrape around the edges, because you start to get the flour sticking to the edge. You don't want it burning at the bottom, so give it a good stir. That's why I said just got to keep continuously whisking it. You know, the chances of you taking your hoodie off halfway through cooking while making a sauce, very slim. So that's thickening up nicely, so I'm going to whisk it a bit more, get those lumps out. Turn the heat down a bit. Cooking on gas now, kids. Right, so it's gone thicker. Hopefully you can see that, you can see a difference. And what I'm going to start doing now is adding my other ingredients to it to make it super tasty. Pasta. Another 5 minutes. That's good, because with the sauce you want to make sure you've cooked it enough so you're not tasting the flour. I just find it easy to do this in one. It's Delia Smith, if you're wondering, her book, not that I'm Delia Smith. I don't support Norwich. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add my garlic in. Probably 1 clove of garlic. I've used 2 because I didn't realise I pulled out a double whammy. Here we go, I've got some on the counter. I'll get rid of some of it. Going to add my cheese, my cheddar and Gouda. Again, get it everywhere you can. Some nutmeg. I'm just going to sprinkle a bit in, maybe like half a teaspoon there. Some pepper, pinch of pepper. Maybe a little pinch more. Some salt. I've been criticised for just pouring it in, so I'm just going to pinch some salt. There we go. Throw the rest of Lana Devil. And I'm going to add a little bit of Lea & Perrins. Maybe like a teaspoon. A bit less. So, put all that to be washed. Give this a stir now. Cheesy. So you just got to let it cook to incorporate all the ingredients. It's starting to go a lot thicker. Spilt some over the side. Standard cooking. Never win MasterChef. Let me show you my cheese sauce so far. It's not going to win any beauty awards. But then again, neither am I with the way my hair is today. So I'm going to turn that right down and just let it blub away. Get a little teaspoon and give it a taste. Dab it in. Oh, that's nice and thick. Blow on it. So tasted it. Tasted really good. So I've turned the pasta off, so I'm going to drain that. And then I'll turn the sauce off. I'm going to coat the sauce or the pasta in the sauce and add the leeks as well, because I've cooked them. I don't want to forget them. So, put the pasta back in the pan it's just been cooked in. Get my leeks and throw them in. And pour over my cheesy sauce. Just scrape it all in, don't want to miss any goodness there. Get my spatula on the go. There you go. So I'm just going to turn it, coating it. And what I'm going to do is get my little oven dish here. I'm going to pour the pasta in, push it down. There we go, look at that. Num num num. Make sure I've got all that goodness in there. Want my pasta, want my sauce. Look at that. Nice. And then I'm going to get my breadcrumbs. And get a handful, just going to shake them over. A bit more. Add a bit more seasoning, bit of pepper, tiny bit more salt. And then that's it. I'm going to put it in the oven for 25-30 minutes until it goes golden on top. And then that's lunch sorted. So I hope that's been helpful.